Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Fish, and today we're going to be talking about all the books I want to read before the end of the year, which is just 2 months away, which is crazy. Before we get into the video, I just want to say today's video is actually sponsored by Ana Luisa. I cannot believe I have my first sponsored video ever, and just moving forward, Ana Luisa including, I will only work with companies that I truly believe in and actually like. I've been eyeing Ana Luisa's pieces for months now, and I'm so glad that they reached out to me. If you don't know, Ana Luisa is a sustainable jewelry brand that produces high quality jewelry that doesn't cost a hand and a foot. These pieces start from $39 and they are made from recyclable metals, and their diamonds are also lab grown, which means Ana Luisa is 100% carbon and water neutral, which is amazing. So I've been wanting to cultivate a better jewelry collection, and again I've been eyeing a few pieces from Ana Luisa, and these are the pieces I picked. I will just insert a clip of a close-up for you to look at. So the first piece I picked is a piece called Dobby, which is so cute, and I'm not much of a gold person, but this earring is so beautiful, so dainty, and I love the green Aventurite gem so much, and you can really just dress it up and dress it down. The other piece I chose is this little one over here on my second piercing called the Silver Mini Huggy. I have gone through so many silver hoops on this second piercing just because the metal either gives me a reaction or it just doesn't look good, but this one fits so well on my second piercing, and I've been wearing it for like a week or so now, and I'm loving it. So if you would like to get your hands on some of these pieces, I actually have a discount code for you. So you can get 10% off your order if you use BooksWithV10, and this will be linked in the description for you to check out. I am definitely gonna get some more jewelry pieces from them, especially their necklaces. So beautiful. Again, thank you for Ana Luisa for sponsoring this video. It is surreal. But anyway, let's get back to the video where I am going to talk about all the books that I want to read by the end of the year, and it's a lot. So let's talk about the books that I have to read, meaning for like buddy reads and book clubs, etc. So let's do that first. So the first two books I want to talk about is Wondersmith and Hollowpox by Jessica Townsend. So I read Nevermore in September, and it was a buddy read with Leanna from Leanna's Library, and we're continuing buddy reading the rest of the series. So Wondersmith will be in November and Hollowpox will be in December if all goes to plan. And I really liked Nevermore. It is so whimsical and I just fell in love with the whole world. I'm still trying to connect more with Morgan, our main character. There's a villain in Nevermore that has so much complexity, and for a middle grade that is very surprising. So I really cannot wait to finish the series. I think there are more books in this world, if I'm not mistaken, but either way, I'm going to be up to date with it. So these two are first on the list. Next, I'm going to talk about 3 books that I want to read. The first one is a reread of Jade City and a reread of Jade War, because Jade Legacy is coming out on the 30th of November. I'm so freaking excited. A lot of my friends have gotten e-arcs, physical arcs, but sadly I can't get my hands on it because Orbit is not available in the Australian NetGalley. So I just have to wait like a normal person for the book. I am going to be doing a vlog for Jade Legacy, but I'm not sure if... Joanna, don't you know I'm filming? I'll reply to you in a sec. As I was saying, I want to do a reading vlog for Jade Legacy, but I wasn't sure if I should do a spoiler-free vlog or a spoiler-filled vlog, so let me know in the comments which one you would prefer. The next 2 books is the Dreamblood duology. The first one is The Killing Moon and the second one is The Shadowed Sun by N.K. Jemisin. I don't have the second book as of yet, but I will be getting it because this is the November and December pick for the channel Buddy Read. We read a book once a month. I have co-hosts, we have live shows at the end of the month, and we talk about it on the Discord as well. So if you want to know more information about this channel Buddy Read, the announcement will be linked up above and in the description. If you want to check out who the co-hosts are, the live shows, times, the Discord will also be linked if you want to join us. And I'm excited to read this. I mean, there are gods, murder, and it's a desert fantasy. Just count me in. I am ecstatic to be reading another desert fantasy. Like, I need to fill that hole after David Bott trilogy. So excited for that. The next two books are also part of a ongoing buddy read that I've been doing throughout the year with Abby and Sam, which is the Chronicles of Ixia series, and we're up to Night Study and Dawn Study, which is the second and third book in the last trilogy of the Chronicles of Ixia. It's very complicated, but essentially 8 and 9 of the whole series, because there's 3 separate trilogies, and this is the second and third book of the last trilogy, if that makes sense. So Chronicles of Ixia, as I said, is 3 separate trilogies, and the first trilogy is basically following this character Yelena, who is being held for execution for a murder that she has committed. And in comes Valak, the chief security of Ixia, and he says, hey, do you want to be a poison taste tester or do you want to die? And obviously Yelena chooses life, so she becomes the poison taste tester for the commander, who is basically ruling Ixia. And in Ixia, you're not allowed to use magic. Magic's banned, you can't use it. If you use it, you're dead. So obviously Yelena is trying to hide this magical ability that she has recently just discovered. She's also trying not to, you know, drink poison and die, so she's trying to deal with that as well. There's more to it than this very vague synopsis, just because I don't want to give anything away. There's just a lot of political intrigue, great characters. I love this series because of the characters. I love the magic system because we have 2 different worlds, Ixia and Sitia, and Sitia is where all the magicians reside. So we travel back and forth between those two, and we see the politics of those 2 countries as well, and it's fascinating. But really, I read this series for the characters. So if you're a character-driven reader, I highly recommend this series if you want to give it a try. This is a YA fantasy series. I really think it should be new adult because there's some darker themes in here, like rape and torture. So yeah, be aware of that before you go in. But I absolutely love this series, and I can't wait to finish my reread of these 2 books. The next book I want to read is Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mulhern, which is the 3rd and final book to the Serpent and Dove series. So me and a bunch of other booktubers have just been like low-key buddy reading this trilogy, and I read Blood and Honey in September, I believe, and I still haven't gotten to this, and I will before the end of the year. That's what this video is about. And I wasn't impressed with Blood and Honey, to be honest. I think I gave it 3 stars. I thought that character motivations were off and certain things that the characters did were unnecessary. I felt like Blood and Honey was just basically a filler book. I think originally it's supposed to be a duology, but they expanded it to a trilogy. So I think that's why Blood and Honey was kind of like a filler book, and it had angst for no reason. So I wasn't impressed. So I'm hoping God and Monsters would be a good conclusion to the series. The next book is also a buddy read, and that is Hyperion by Dan Simmons, and I'm going to be buddy reading this with Erin from Booked and Busy. Anyone I mentioned will be linked in the description if you want to check them out. I've never buddy read a book with Erin before, so I'm very excited to get to this. This is a adult sci-fi book, which I believe follows multiple people, and then you have multiple, I guess, short stories of each person. I believe, I'm not too sure. Yes, 7 pilgrims set out on a quest. So you basically find out about these 7 people through 7 different stories, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But once I read it, I can let you know my thoughts and what this book is actually about. I know a lot of people really love the Hyperion Canto series just because the writing is very beautiful and I think metaphorical. I know Brittany from Books with Brittany absolutely love this series. So I am excited to dive into this and especially experience the writing. The last buddy read slash book club book is American Gods by Neil Gaiman. This is the November pick for Shell Space. Abby is hosting in November, and she is bringing along the brothers Gwyn for the guests for November. I literally know nothing except there are gods, and that was it. I'm a sucker for a story with gods, which gives me an idea for like a themed reading vlog, but that's neither here nor there. And this is a chunky book, so I'm interested to see if I will like his writing style or not. So yeah, this one will be read in November. The next 8 books I want to talk about is either a video project or just if I get to it, I get to it kind of thing. The first 3 books I want to talk about is Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson, Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson, and Vespertine by Margaret Rogerson. If you see a theme here, you get it. You're smart. So this is for a video project that I have been thinking about doing for a couple of months now. And finally, with uni almost being over for the semester, I can actually do the video project. I won't tell you what it is. I'll let it be a surprise. And yeah, I'm excited to start this episodic video project, and this will be the first thing for that episode. Stay tuned for that. The next 2 books I want to talk about is A Worthy Opponent and The Beast by Katee Robert. So these 2 are fantasy romance, just pure romance. I'm not too sure, but these 2 are the 3rd and 4th book in her Wicked Villains series, and I recently read Desperate Measures and Learn My Lesson in September, and I absolutely enjoyed the heck out of myself, and the smut Katee Robert writes is phenomenal. So I definitely want to continue on with the series, and these 2 are next in that series. And if I have time, you know, in between all these fantasy series, I will definitely pick these 2 up. So I think A Worthy Opponent is between Tinkerbell and Hook, and The Beast is between Gaetan, Beast, and Belle. So do with that what you will. And the last 3 books that I want to talk about are actually arcs that are definitely already out, but I'm trying to catch up on my arcs so I, you know, bump up my NetGalley score like we all want to do. So I'm starting with these 3 first, since they're the latest, meaning they've been out for a while now, so I need to read them and review them so I can move on. So the first book is Strange Exit by Parker Peavyhouse, and I think this is a YA sci-fi that I really want to read, and I think it's kind of like a portal sci-fi. The next one is Havenfall by Sarah Holland, and I think this is the first book to a YA fantasy duology, and it's to do with different realms in the world. That's all I know. And the 3rd and last arc that I want to read is The Raven and the Dove by Caitlin Davis. This basically follows 3 different perspectives. One is a princess, one is a prince, I believe, and another one is a pirate king. They live in this world where people live in the skies because they have wings. You know, the raven and the dove, they have wings, and it's to do with these kingdoms. The princess and the prince have to get married, but they don't want to. And I have been really wanting to read this ever since I read the synopsis like in 2020, and my interest has sparked again. So I am excited to read this again. Brittany from Books with Brittany really likes this series, so I want to see if I like it too. So yeah, those are all the books that I want to read before the end of the year. It is a lot, but I think I can do it. I think I can. And I was really excited to be done with uni for the semester, and I can actually not think about uni for a while and focus my attention on this channel, on you, and make more content, which I have planned out. We shall see how that goes. I think you'll be seeing more of my face on YouTube, so be prepared. Again, thank you to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this video. Link is in my description. Check it out and use my code, get 10% off. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't. Check out all my socials, leave a comment. Ooh, leave a book stack emoji if you have made it to the end. I've been wanting to bring back the whole emoji thing, so book stack if you made it to the end of the video. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!